Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Torna, the Golden Country. And wow, I'd never actually sat on this title screen long enough to realise just how good the song was. That's a really good song. Anyhoodles. We're back. Tree!
Aren't we intrepid? Aren't we intrepid?
Oh yes, I get it. The audio is being a bit weird. Always is.
Nice change of pace.
All right.
Here we are. Yanchik Harbour, isn't it? That's correct. I requested that... Wait, specially for Lady Laura before they depart. Oh, nice. Good thinking, Hayes. Looks like getting our ride to Gormit will be no trouble at all. Come on, let's go have a chat with the captain. We could do that. The two main ways of making your entire team stronger are leveling up and using pouch items. When you earn enough experience through fighting battles, you'll level up, increasing the team's stats. Add a pouch item to a driver's pouch to empower the team with a certain buff for a fixed duration. There are three ways to make a driver stronger. You can either improve the actual character in one of two ways, or improve their equipment. Improving driver characters. Use weapon points earned in battle to enhance their arts, or use skill points earned in battle to enhance their affinity chart. To improve their equipment, you can use accessories to equip them from your own. And weapon slot accessories come from defeated foes. There are four ways to make a blade stronger. You can either improve the actual character in one of two ways, or improve their equipment in one of two ways. To improve the character, use WP to strengthen their arts, or you can complete required tasks to increase their affinity charts. For improving their equipment, you can modify their weapon using core chips, which are mostly found as treasure, or use aux core or equip them with auxiliary cores, mostly dropped by foes. When you get an affinity reward for fulfilling a certain condition on a blade's affinity chart, you'll get a pop-up notification. The affinity reward itself won't be unlocked at this point, though, so you won't notice any difference just yet. When you get the affinity reward pop-up, be sure to check the unlockability in the menu. If you don't, the blade won't develop. See what I mean by this game has way better tutorials than the previous one? That was not spelled out at all in the old one. Damn it, I'm out of items for my pouch. It's not that it's the end of the world or anything, but they'll make life on the road a little easier. If you're going to leverage the effects of the right items, you can really amp up your usefulness. For a bit anyway. And at least it looks like I'm going to be able to finish up here without too much trouble. You should be loading up your pouch with stuff as well. Just keep an eye on how much you have left. New!
You're coming with me, treasure.
And some fang chips and red pollen orbs. Big Dreamer, Dolala! Meh, you're those drivers! Very impressive. Dolala came all the way to Torna just to be driver. Think power of blades very glamorous. There are some places that only drivers can get by using power of blades. Want to get own blades, so Dolala can visit all kinds of different places. It is actually kind of important that we get them, if we're honest, that we get these. So even more so than before, it's important to get as many, find as many characters as possible. A bunnet choker, so that's a bit more luck for us. You're off to Gormit then. Before you head out, you should check out all the glowy whitish spots around each area. You can get some pretty rad items from those, and they tend to be different kinds depending on the location. Near rocks you'll find minerals, near water fish, insects in the desert, plants and fruit in grasslands. See the logic? So you gotta look in the right kind of place for the right kind of material, you dig?
coming with me, treasure. You're coming with me, treasure.
Our friends may be intrepid team of fearless blades and drivers. Roly-Poly is also driver. Meh? What do you mean, cool story? It's truth. Roly-Poly veteran of many, many battle. Now about to start new job, but it sound like super duper mega faff, so Roly-Poly look for allies. Friends look competent, but Roly-Poly know better than to trust appearance. We'll give friends test. As for specifics of test, yes, Roly-Poly have just the most excellent brainwave. Want to see friends topple 5 enemies using driver combo technique. Any foe will do, Roly-Poly not picky. Friends know how to topple work, yes. First use drive art to inflict break. Then tell blade do attack and watch enemy hit deck like sack of mushrooms. It's simple, no? Do break, then do topple. Repeat 5 times and pass test. And then when ready, not forget to see Roly-Poly and give good news. Driver coaching!
In troubled times, we help each other.
Certain arts and switch arts have the ability to change status, to inflict certain status changes on the enemy. The 4 statuses are break, topple, launch, smash. Inflicting them in that order, starting with break, is called a driver combo. From topple onward, inflicting the statuses will cause foes to drop HP potions, and they won't fight back. You can use this to your advantage in battle.
You're coming with me, treasure.
A Barney Stone Seeker, Isabella. Hey, I'm Isabella, don't you know? I'm something of an adventurer around these parts. Say, do you know about the Barney Stones? Long ago, a famed adventurer called Blue Barney went adventuring for treasure and all the rest. But during his travels in Torna, he collected so much loot he couldn't carry it all. So he decided to seal it up inside big rocks and got monsters to guard it to make sure it didn't get stolen. He thought he'd retrieve his loot when he next made it down to Torna, you see. But he never got the chance, and so the Barney Stones remained untouched to this day. Barney might have been a bit useless, and a good for nothing, but it makes for an interesting tale, right? Yeah. So you agree? I'm so glad to admit a light-minded soul, and I have got another tale for you. I've heard there's a Barney Stone somewhere in the nearby Harad Hills. I thought I might have a go at finding it myself, but so far no luck. Now I'm thinking I might just pack up and head back to the capital. But you look like you might be able to find it. When you do find it, and you're supposed to hold your hands up and chant, "Barney's the man!" 3 times. Yeah, I know. I think it's nuts too. But you gotta say the words to break the seal. But you can probably just mutter it under your breath. Oh, and you'll have to take care of all the monsters that show up after you break the seal. If you can manage that, Barney's hidden loot will be all yours. And it'll finally re-enter circulation. On the off chance you do manage to get the treasure, let me know. I'm sure it'll be an exciting tale you'll have to tell me. Until then, I suppose. Balmy Tale of Barney.
In troubled times, we help each other.
You know, I don't know why I did that, considering, like, this is something with an actual direction to it. A rusty slate piece. Are you tourists? No, not from the looks of you. You're adventurers or drivers, right? Well then, hope you're ready to hear some tips from a pro adventurer. That's me, by the way. If you're drivers, you'll stop from time to time to camp on the road. Take the opportunity to use the materials you've collected to create new items. You can also use the food, charms, and talismans you make for a variety of short-term boosts during battle. So that's a pretty useful tip, isn't it? If you need more, just come at any time and ask this pro adventurer. Me.
It's not the end of the world.
Ah, yeah, it was that one I found earlier.
It was a nice change of pace.
Alright, remind me why we're here again?
Aren't we intrepid? intrepid.
Well, if we're going in here, then let's have a bit of fun, shall we?
This is becoming addictive.
There it is. That's the Barney Stone. You might find some mysterious stone pillars on your adventures called Barney Stones. They're a feature that's unique to Torna. Checking out a Barney Stone means you'll have to fight off some monsters, but if you can manage it, you'll get some hidden treasure. Preparation is key.
Aren't we intrepid? This is becoming addictive. Spoiling for a fight.
Here we go!
Let's speed this up. Break.
My senses are heightened.
You read my mind.
That's the path, young man.
Let's speed this up. Now the real battle begins.
Down you go! Ah, that didn't work. Oh, that, I was trying to get up to the level 4. Oh well.
You're coming with me, treasure.
Secret flag blueprint.
Fine. I got your back.
Somehow she's used Twilight Striker a few times. I don't know how. What are the leather gloves again? No. Definitely that bonnet choker. And I guess increasing her dexterity had helped to let her hit stuff. Anywho.
Must have improved.
Next one I need is quickfire combo. Need to get naturally gifted before I get that one.
Watch for this one later.
I can get Star Slash.
Polish to a high shine.
Definitely get that. You want to up Winds of
I'll keep giving
Healing.
it my all.
And also
I
Swift
knew
Gale.
the practice would pay off.
Goes up from 25% to 40%. Jeez.
This should be
Yeah,
fine.
upgrade Lightning Buster and Ray of
No
Punishment.
one is hurting my friends. No one is hurting my friends.
Well, I got a fang chip, so might as well use it to give her the wildflower across the air.
Uh-oh. I think we've been spotted. Speed this up! You really do have a lot of trouble keeping your power in check, don't you, Mithra?
It's not my fault my enemies fall over when I so much as look at them funny.
I would rather not cross swords with her again, if I can avoid it.
These guys should be no problem.
Stay focused and we can pull this off.
Yeah, we got this! Carpet thorns!
Yeah, you seem like you're going to be sturdy enough for me to be able to actually get this combo off. Down you go!
We're in perfect sync!
You were a match for Aegis? Dream on.
These guys should be no problem.
They'll live to regret this.
I still like the name Path of Thorn. I love the attack names in this. They're so good.
You read my mind. Let's start.
Chill stroke. I wish the battle could have been avoided.
But that's war for you, I suppose.
Gonna switch up her art so that Path of Thorns. I can upgrade
Watch
that
for
too.
this one later.
So that's the break cards at the top where I can actually use it.
This is becoming addictive.
These are gonna go. You're gonna go down too
I'm
quickly,
afraid
aren't
my
you?
senses are heightened.
It pays to be cautious.
Great.
Now we're getting into the rhythm.
Not too bad.
That's the way to do it.
Yep.
That was nice and easy.
We do get some flammy wings from them, so that's not too terrible. I suppose I should probably go and. Is there any enemies that these guys actually want to
Even
fight,
on
or anything
familiar
else I need to
ground,
do with
we
them?
must stay vigilant.
Hailstroke. Attack from behind. Use pouch items. Deal a critical hit. Collect an HP potion. Finish an enemy. Celadon Whirlwind. Pebble Storm. Attack from behind. Block an attack. Twilight Striker. Yeah. Nothing overtly crazy.
These guys should be no
I
problem.
feel Laura's safety is my charge. Never again.
Thanks. Carpet thorns!
This is less than
Keep going.
my
Don't
turn.
lose the flow. Take this.
Star Slash.
Perfect sync.
That's the way to do it.
Think you can keep up,
This will
Laura?
soon be over. Aren't we intrepid? All right, follow my lead.
Laura's safety is my charge. I'll protect you.
You're a light. I like the way this is going.
We must look ahead.
Carpet thorns!
That's the way to do it.
Right! How about this? Everyone, you read my mind. Let's speed this up. Right! With you there. Now that's more like... Take this!
I'm ready.
Best of luck.
Great. Wait.
I like
I love like Adam's really just like Adam's really just so Adam's like a really just nice person. He's really
Aren't we
humble.
intrepid?
He's the kind of guy you'd want to hang around, just hang out with.
These guys should be no problem.
I won't enjoy this.
Try again. Break. Can't just leave it there. Try this exercise.
Oh, and smash!
Xenoblade world each day.
That's
Think
the way
you can
to do
keep
it.
up, Laura?
Indeed. Let's keep this up.
And apparently gets really into fighting. You can see why he's apparently like
All right.
why he
Follow
became
my
a
lead.
legendary hero.
Stay close. Never again.
Thanks. I like the way this is going. Heart of Thorns. Break. How about this?
I think it's my turn. I wish the battle could have been avoided.
What I wouldn't give for a nice midday nap.
A nice midday nap, huh? Oh, I already did it. Neat. Huh? You haven't actually gone and found it, have you? The Barney Stone and the treasure. Then tell me all the juicy details.
Oops.
I knew you had it in you. Didn't I say it? So what do you think? Do you think you'll become adventurers now and make a killing? There's a legend about a stash of buried gold in Torna's vast desert. If I join forces with you, I reckon we could make a tidy profit. Just kidding. The last thing I need in my line of work is more tough competition. Well, thanks very much for listening to my waffle. I hear there are other Barney Stones scattered around Torna, so good luck with those. Community gained!
How reliable.
I knew you'd be the ones to uncover Blue Barney's stash. Soon as I saw you. Hope you'll find the rest of them too. They should be hidden all over. Balmy tale of Barney.
Always happy to put a smile on people's faces.
How's that Barney search going? You haven't forgotten, have you? The famed adventurer who sealed up all the treasure and monsters akin in stone? Touch the stone and defeat the monsters that can't, and you get to keep all the goodies. But don't worry about it, it's not like any normal person's going to stumble across the treasure, so take your time. Meh. Friends of faces of friends have look that say, "We pass your test, oh great roly-poly." A roly-poly know without even look? Oh, roly-poly is master warrior. Can tell such thing by sense, aura, and so on. That aside, it seems that first impressions of roly-poly was correct, and friends can hold friends' own. Very good. That concludes this test, but there is more test coming up in near future. Level of difficulty will be much higher. Also, Blade of Roly-Poly is scouting field for skilled drivers all over Gormott Way. If friends have not have pleasure of meeting yet, it would be great if could find and show him what friends can do. Okay, Roly-Poly will wait on tenderloins for next time. When can give friends tests to do. Till then. Driver coaching complete.
Always happy to put a smile on people's faces.
Roly-Poly still worries if Krogane taking job of scouting out drivers seriously. I should explain. Krogane's Blade of Roly-Poly. Even for veteran warrior like self, trusting partner 100% when partner far away is not an easy thing. Let's reaffirm old driver and blade wisdom that stay close is best way to have strong bond between partners. What is everyone like, by the way, in terms of their skills? Hail Strike.
I've improved measurably.
She still needs to finish an enemy.
Make sure you use it for all it's worth.
want to get that finishing enemy while it's somewhat easy to do. Blah, blah, blah.
That was a nice change of pace.
Alright, remind me why we're here again?
Oh, here's
I'm
something
something.
of an expert. Is everyone ready?
Hayes has really got it in for you now.
I need some space.
How about we get going?
Exactly as I'd hoped. Swing gale. Pebble storm. How about this? I need some space. Roaming. Wind of healing. Who's next? Oh, Lady Laura, look. Your sleeve is starting to fray.
Clothes get torn in battle. There's no way around it, really.
We both know that when your whole outfit unravels, you'll just end up wanting to borrow mine.
I forgot about that interaction.
Well,
Oh, no,
possible
they found
future
us.
in which I lose.
I need some space.
Take this!
Mighty gust. Drifting storm.
Excellent.
Wind of healing. Swift gale.
Thanks for the rescue, Hayes. You're nice.
Oh, thanks from Mithra? There's something you don't hear every day.
Wow. I take that back. Hayes is the master of low-key shade.
Anything good here?
I forgot about that one too. Hayes is the master of low-key shade.
Anything good here?
Oh, all sorts of things you kind of forget about.
Everyone, we're ready for this.
I like the way this is going.
How about this? Swift gale.
Say, Laura, what do you do when the going gets tough?
I feel a bit bad
Well,
about hurting them.
In any case,
Suppose I
it
start
pays to be
thinking
cautious.
about what people do to me.
Loved ones. Solid plan.
Mighty gust.
After that, it's hard not to end up grinning like an idiot.
Come, wind of healing. Pebble storm. How about this? Swift gale.
How good are you on that one then, Hayes? Because there's no other way. Oh, she's only finished 2 enemies. Jeez.
We cannot show them weakness.
Stick to
Where
the
did they
usual
come from?
and it will be plain sailing.
Decline.
We're doing well.
This is the way.
Take it!
Very well. Swift gale. Drinking the fun. Pebble storm. How about this? Mighty gust. Oh, Lady Laura, look. Your sleeve is starting to fray.
Clothes get torn in battle. There's no way around it, really.
We both know that when your whole outfit unravels, you'll just end up wanting to borrow mine. I feel a bit bad about hurting them.
It's all right. This will be over quickly.
I need some space.
We're doing well.
Exactly as I'd hoped.
Alright. It's got to be at least 2, right? Oh my god! How have you only finished 2 enemies? No, I remember what to do. I remember what to do with this. Hello, Laurel! You missed a couple of funny voice lines, but we'll probably get them because they were after battle ones.
Is everyone ready?
We'll be needing you if things get dicey.
I like the way
Hayes.
this is going.
Exactly as I'd hoped. I need some space.
are you? Did you have a good sleep?
Super.
Sorry, but not. Mighty gust. How about this? Return to me, please. Sure, I'll do that.
Super.
Well, that's Pebble Storm leveled up.
I'll be of even more use now. We cannot show them weakness.
Make it quick, so we can go eat snacks together.
I need some space.
It's not working out.
Swift gale. Pebble storm.
Astounding.
Surprisingly effortless.
I wish
Anything
every
good here?
victory was this easy.
They're coming.
Hang on.
Mighty gust. Return to me, please.
Going.
This is the way. Sure, I'll do that.
Oh gosh.
Take this. Mighty gust. Stay back.
Legion scatter.
Pebble storm.
Astounding.
There we go. Just what I needed. Headwind.
You can rely on me to aid you.
And now I need to do Celadon Whirlwind at some point too. Oh, that's gonna be fun, isn't it? Hey, probably gonna head back to sleep after stream, most likely. Still not feeling a bit tired. You know how it is. Just that I need to fix up sleep schedule a bit. Yeah. Or at least fix it up as much as you can, realistically. Considering we both know your body tends to be like, oh, you wanted to go to sleep at this time? How about in the next 5 hours?
We're here.
Let's get
Like,
a move
I don't
on
know
then.
what is up with your sleep, or like your brain and when it wants to sleep, but it never seems to want to settle on any specific time. Unfortunately. So you're finally here, eh? I've been waiting for you. You going to Gormit? Got everything we wanted. Hop on. I only just became a Titan ship captain's apprentice. It might be a bumpy ride. Trying to hurl or nothing. I'm sure the blades will be alright, but... well... yeah, that is how it be. Yeah. Hopefully we'll find some way where you can keep a decent sleep, where you can actually, like, find some way to keep a sleep schedule. Even if it's just having a warm shower before bed or something. Welcome back to Gormit! Oh, is this the first time since, you know... Lady Nora, welcome to Lasham Cove. So this is Gormit, huh? You're so pretty. I think the grass really is greener on the other side. It's kind of a dream destination, isn't it? That's exactly why everyone's trying to claim it for themselves, ruining it for everyone else. Still, it's not like there was anyone else to turn to. This is practically the only place where Lady Nora's mother could feel secure these days. Don't look so glum, Hayes. If it weren't for you, I'd never have found out that my mother fled here. Can't thank you enough for that. Yes, I suppose. Come on, let's get to Targoth. Can't wait to see. Well then again. I'm doing alright, Laurel. Still miffed about what happened yesterday, but thankfully Fab said he's going to take care of it as long as I remind him after stream. Oh, do I? Oh, hang on. Is this any better? My mic was a little far away from me. And I'm not projecting my voice as much as usual, I suppose. Hello, Mikoto. Ah. That's good that I've... hang on, yeah. Maybe sitting up straight would probably help too. Okay, let's just head along the road. It'll take us straight there. Just remember, this is uncharted territory for us. Try not to... Never mind. It's not like I need to tell any of you that. Yes, I dare say we've all learned to exercise caution by this point. Let's not die then. Onwards! Hey, we got him. Lasham Cove.
Now I'm really curious.
So we've got a few quests that we could get now, but I'd rather wait until later. Check out all this nature. Go on, take a deep breath. Feels good, eh? Not like Torna at all. Gormot's famous for its clear waters and pristine natural beauty. I don't know why I've given him a Scottish accent considering he's Gormoty. Be careful though. At the heart of this land dwells hordes of strong monsters. You'll want to keep an eye out if you stray too far from the road. Xenoblade 3 already? What can we get? I suppose one of those would be alright. One of those should be fine. Yeah, I could say a couple of... These two would definitely be helpful. What else are we going to get? We can get this. Factually better. I don't want to run us completely out of money yet, so I'm going to wait for that. How's my steering? That bad? I'm from Torna, born and raised in the capital. Couldn't get on my eccentric dad, so I left home and became a captain's apprentice. The air's good in Gormott, at least. Torna's got plenty of trees, but around the capital is mostly desert. Clouds of sand don't make for good breathing. I like my new job. Means I can go to all sorts of places. Ever run up against a monster you fought plenty of times, except this time it's proving to be a real toughie? Well, you might want to take a look at each other's elements and what your weaknesses are. So if your element is fire and the enemy's is water, you're gonna get your ass handed to you. Elements can easily spell the difference between victory and defeat, so pay close attention to it. Looking back, I love Torna as DLC, whereas I did not like Fire Emblem Three Houses DLC add-on at all. I haven't actually played the Fire Emblem Three Houses DLC yet. I haven't actually played the DLC story for Three Houses. I probably need to. Most materials can just be gathered, but there are some things that you can only get by defeating monsters. The handyman I met at a restaurant told me that. Apparently he has a hard time getting some stuff he needs for food, work. I commiserated with him and told him how hard it was to deal with Leo sometimes. He was a nice guy. Oh, weary travellers, surely you of all people must know the meaning of a bond that sweetens over time. You drivers and blades fight together with you, and with time your hearts and minds become one. It's so beautiful. After all, a shared action is worth far more than 1,000 words could ever express. Such a bond is only natural, but how can I sweeten my bond with a woman who does not believe in love? Oh, the sweet pain that pricks my chest to stitch her name. There in my very flesh, love is pain, my friends. Very fresh. I think part of it might be that this is essentially like this was like something that slotted nicely into this one. Doesn't interrupt the main story really, whereas Three Houses kind of does if you think about it. Now, Lighter, I don't want to rain on your parade here, but you must understand. We didn't come to Gormott for fun and games. There's absolutely no reason for us to linger at the cove any longer than we... Lighter, you even listening? Whereas the Three Houses DLC, you kind of had to go up against the entire rest of the story. Hey guys, check out this devil baguette recipe I picked up. The more recipes you get a hold of, the better your cooking repertoire will be. Sometimes people will give you them, or you might get a sudden brainwave. It's happened to me anyway. Also, it could be a ton of fun collecting recipes, but don't forget to actually try some out. Trust me, you'll love it. Just carry on straight down this road and you'll come to Torgoth village. Try to stay on the road though, okay? There are some pretty scary monsters around. Sometimes you get eager travelers who stray too far from the road and bump smack into them. They end up running for their lives from the brutes. Paints a scary picture, don't you think? I know adventuring can be rewarding, but if you're like me and you value your own life, stick to the road. That's a great backstory, whereas didn't feel like it fit in well. That's fair. As I said, I actually do need to go back and play it because I started a New Game Plus playthrough on that and didn't really do anything more with it after the opening cutscenes.
Now I'm really curious.
Unfortunately.
Anything good here?
Oh, he's a big boy, over affectionate Murph.
Oh, here's something.
These guys should be no problem. Keep a lid on the pet there, Laura.
I feel you. Catch.
Keep to a single target. How about this? Spinning wheel!
My senses are heightened.
You read my mind. Break!
Catch.
I guess they had back up.
Rest in peace. I feel unstoppable.
Touch one last push.
It's my turn.
Try this on the sides. That's a pretty magnifier.
Star slash.
Stay back.
Leave no foe
give you a
standing.
What an incredible feat.
Snow blast. Hey.
Take this.
We're doing well.
This is the way.
Whoa! That's a, yeah, I forgot how good Southern on Whirlwind was.
Take this.
Swift scale.
Don't be so reckless.
It's nothing really.
Break!
I'm sure now we'll fight better.
You read my spinning wheel. Let's reach this up. I'm fine.
This feeling of unity is what
fine.
drives me.
Now that's more like it.
Some Ferris Beast meat
This is becoming addictive.
and a bunch of other stuff. Lawson, fair enough.
The suspense is
Don't
killing
have
Three
to tell
has
me twice.
more DLC,
It's
more
not
so
the
as
end
to
of the
squeeze
world.
itself into the main game, which ends up causing a problem with the story, whereas Torna does its own story with the backstory that had been set up as part of it in the main campaign, so it can do its own narrative in between what is shown. Yeah.
You're coming with me, treasure.
All right. Yeah, we don't have
It's not
mining
the
at
end of
all.
the world.
Fair enough. But yeah, that's basically what I understand it to be. I remember this was originally just supposed to be like a bunch of cutscenes that
This is becoming addictive.
if I remember correctly, this whole thing, the whole backstory, Jin's backstory, essentially is what this is was supposed to take place between Rex falling into
Intrepid.
the abyss, essentially. Rex falling into Moritha and waking up. There's like supposed to be a bunch of cutscenes detailing his past, I think.
This is becoming addictive. The suspense is killing
So yeah, and then they put it off because they felt it would basically take away from like it basically like interrupted the story a bit too much. Down you go. Smash. And then so that was originally what the DLC was supposed to be. And then they decided, you know what? We could actually probably make a full game on this if we just shunted it back in DLC a bit. And so they did. They made this entire game in like 9 months. Which is quite impressive.
Let's use it wisely.
Diligence and...
Hey, if it makes my life easier.
Pinch. So I need to fight Pinch Bonnet, Furs Grebel, Ara Rogel, and Cascade Crabble.
Aren't we intrepid?
Well, I need to fight Furs Grebel. Pardon me. Which is funny, Zero 2 was a short development as well with the tiny team. Most of the devs are working on Breath of the Wild at the time. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that's true. A lot of them were working on Breath of the Wild, weren't they?
Alright, follow my lead.
I won't enjoy this. My senses are
Keep to a
heightened.
single. You read my mind. Try again. Break. How about this? Hold the storm.
My senses are heightened. This is less than tenable. Rest in peace. Laura, let's
Try
switch.
again. That's the
Excellent. No blast. I will grow stronger still.
I'll give you a hand.
Am I good? Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
You know, I'm really glad it was me who got to awaken you, Mithra.
Huh? What's gotten into you all of a sudden?
Aren't we intrepid?
It is quite funny, isn't it? And it makes sense that there's a lot of little things here and there where it's like, huh, I wonder why that decision was made
The morning sun.
in Xenoblade 2, and why this feels like they've really ironed out a lot of the bumps, because they kind of did, because I guess they got most of their team back around for this one. And it makes sense. You put the people who like whose whole thing is open world games on an open world to help with an open world game. It's kind of sad that it ended up taking away from the development time
More
a bit.
power for our cause.
I'll make the most of this skill.
Probably find a pinch bonnet soon. There's a Noggle Bunnet.
This is becoming addictive.
That is just a name, isn't it? Noggle Bunnet. Oh, there's a pinch bonnet.
All right, follow my lead.
My senses are
I
heightened.
really don't know what I'd do without
you got
Torna.
Break!
My senses are heightened.
Yeah, we got this. Stay the spinning wheel.
It's my turn.
Heal up.
Diver combo complete.
The hard part is behind us.
Just don't let up.
You all give me the strength to fight on.
Hard ringing belgo. There's a Cascade Crabble. Just what I was looking for.
These guys should be no problem.
My senses are
We
heightened.
got this. Yeah, we got this. Let's speed this up. Thorns. How about this? Superb, guys. Keep that up.
I didn't plan on losing. It's my turn.
Perfect sync.
Lucky break. Diver combo.
Bang!
That's
Think
it.
you can keep up, Laura?
Another Crabble.
All right, follow my lead.
They'll live to regret this.
Let's speed this up.
Heal while there's time.
Now the real fun begins.
Heal while there's time.
Now the real fun.
It's my turn.
I'm ready. I need going. This is the way.
Super.
Ice Revolution.
I shouldn't need more than this.
You know what's going on with Streamlabs. I've not heard the full details. I just know that they did something that a lot of people aren't happy with.
This is becoming addictive.
In regards to like open source software,
Happy to oblige.
as in regards to OBS, which is open source. So I'm guessing they tried putting it up for monetary. Is what I'm guessing. They tried putting up a version of OBS from like that they've adapted for monetary, like for money. Or doing something like putting it behind a paywall. Putting like a functionality for OBS behind a paywall or something.
No problem.
So it turns out Streamlabs isn't affiliated with OBS after all this time. It just took the name OBS without their permission and tried to trademark the name. Oh! Yeah, fair enough.
Lucky break. Diver combo.
Think you can keep up, Laura?
Yeah, I can see why people weren't happy with that.
Aren't we intrepid?
Fish. I doubt many people would be pleased with something like with that getting around.
Aren't we intrepid?
So yeah, they didn't do something that was illegal, they just did something that was kind of scummy. Apparently it's not illegal from what I heard, though.
The suspense
I don't
is
like-
killing me.
All I heard was, yeah, from what they did, it wasn't illegal, just really bad form. Is basically what I heard in regards to what they did. So, yeah, that sounds like the sort of thing that would be not necessarily illegal, but definitely bad form. Oh, where's that last bonnet? Not even I know where this thing is, jeez.
Aren't we intrepid?
Oh, there's a pinch bonnet all the way over here, that'll do.
All right, follow my lead.
This is just the way I do it.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Like, I always kind of thought Screamlands was a more...
Now we're getting into the rhythm.
Did I just get the timing without even trying?
Let's pile on the
Path of thorns. More trouble.
I feel unstoppable.
Now that's more like. Take this.
Oh, wow! Ice Revolution! Oh, that's his driver combo thing. I forgot what it was called, but that's his driver combo thing.
I'll give you a hand.
You know, where he does the full driver combo at once in the main game. Huh. So it really was just one of his specials. Neat. Anywho, like I'd always thought Streamlabs was a kind of more modern OBS because like, oh yeah, it's like OBS but made more to be easier looking program. Stream Deck was delayed due to the lack of semiconductors. I mean, that sounds kind of illegal sounding, I think. Probably isn't knowing some dumb laws. Stealing the name of things from another company and attempting to copyright their own name. I think it's specifically stealing, like, using the name of a
wait.
what's the name? What's the term? I've forgotten the name of the term. The free for public use in editing softwares. I think it's fine to do that, apparently. I mean, I don't think it should be, but it apparently is technically okay because the others aren't making money off it. Oh, Steam Deck, not Stream Deck. Oh, okay. That's a bit odd, actually. Kind of surprised.
Aren't we intrepid?
Kind of surprised it's actually been delayed. Oh, no, wait, no. The semiconductor... No, that makes sense. All the shipping delays and everything. I'm a dummy and forget the big international shortage we've had of stuff like that.
Aren't we intrepid?
Ooh. Oh, there was a pinch bonnet right here. I didn't have to go all the way out. I should have guessed there'd be some more along the way, but I'm just an idiot apparently.
We made it. You're
Doesn't
coming
seem so
with me,
bad.
treasure.
Are you a band of drivers and blades? You look pretty strong, but I don't think you'd be suited to being in my party. Why not, you ask? Well, to put it bluntly, you're similar up to the task. Are you keeping your skills up to scratch to make sure that you're ready for battle? You have to think carefully about the skills you want to train. Use your experience from battles and questing. Me, well, I'm the cream of the crop when it comes to thieving skills. I'm afraid we just won't be a good match. Oh, so she's a thief. Fair enough. Yeah, rob a queen. If you have an electronic on pre-order, assume it's about to get delayed. I mean... yeah, that's fair. Have a chat. I wonder what kind of place Torgoth is. You'll be reunited with your mother soon, Lady Laura. I know, I can't wait. Gormod is a real sight to behold. But that beauty can harbour many perils. It's home to plenty of monsters. You should keep your wits about you, Hayes. I know. Protecting Lady Laura is my duty. I never forget that. Not for a moment. Hey, I got her covered. I'm sure you two... I'm sure the two of you will be able to keep me safe somehow.
Wait till you see what I can make.
Yeah, he's got a new one too. Ah, I'm one off. The lightning speed flag. Where do I get a Lily of the Sunny Valley? That sounds like a Gormit item. Not Gormit. Torna item. Well, let's see, what else can we make? Sweet Ferris
Hunger is the
dumplings!
best spice, right? So this should be delicious.
This one I'm quite proud
Right,
of.
talisman.
You'll appreciate the embroidery.
Don't spoil your appetite before I'm done. It's
Ferris
ready.
croquettes.
It
White
came
hot
together
eggy
nicely.
curry.
Let's get down to business.
And an
This
organic
came out
charm.
very well.
I know it'll be worth the wait.
Alright, so I know for a fact I need to go grab that then. Might as well do that now. To be fair, I do have electronics on pre-order, but they're mostly toys.
A hop, skip, and a jump later.
Even on familiar ground, we must stay vigilant.
Aren't we intrepid?
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This is becoming addictive. This is becoming addictive.
Polar pearls.
Aren't we intrepid?
Coronets.
Aren't we intrepid?
More tree stuff. I just need a Lily of the Sunny Valley. Would you mind coming here? Coming here. Would you mind dropping some, please? That would be great.
Aren't we intrepid? Aren't we intrepid?
I don't know why we've suddenly gotten like the purple spots here, but unfortunately this is basically what it's going to be for the most part, because that running speed upgrade is pretty helpful. So it's mostly just going to be going back and finding the items we've missed
This is becoming addictive.
a lot of the time. There we go, Lily of the Sunny Valley. Also, look, you can. I love, like, this is a really good way of doing the map, because it's essentially just showing off that, oh hey, this is on the right shoulder of the Titan.
Suddenly it all looks
Does
so
it have run out of making notice in general, and that it
why do
has
you wanna
now
hear
reached its
again?
lowest point? Oof.
Wait till you see what I can make.
Give it a couple of levels, I'll probably be able to make that, because there's those aspars over by the lake. So that's going to be helpful.
Proves I've got what it takes to work the land.
Time to get cooking. I'm kind of excited.
This one I'm quite proud of.
Any that I already
I
have the
know it'll be worth
materials
the wait.
for. Oh, Hustle Hyacinths. really should.
This is becoming
Oh,
addictive.
whatever. Oh, Hustle Hyacinth. Oh, that was kind of funny that I just randomly got one at the first stop. That was actually
Let's
quite
get
funny.
down to business.
I know it'll be worth the wait.
Survival sandwich.
Just taste it.
Stitch by stitch. And careful now.
Time to roll up the old sleeves.
My cooking will make you howl for more.
Inconceivable pudding.
Maybe I missed a step?
Alright. What ones do these boys actually need? Meat category. And desserts. Okay, that's easy enough to do.
Ah, meat, the ultimate comfort food.
Good for the body and for the soul.
Oh, I do have another one. Okay. Inconceivable pudding! I don't know why, but I just really like the name Inconceivable Pudding.
Aren't we intrepid?
Honestly, once again, Xenoblade just comes through with the really funny item names. Dilemma, yeah, Dilemma Rock's a good example.
This is becoming addictive. This is becoming addictive.
Oh yeah, I said I was actually going to go out and get the items for all the equipment, wasn't I, that I could get? I never did that. Man, my memory's terrible.
Aren't we intrepid?
Now, here we go.
Well, here we are.
I say we
Torgoth
press
Arch.
Who's in?
Oh.
Oh no.
Here too. Gormot's an attractive target, but this... Whoever did this clearly had no compassion or respect for the people they killed.
Well, whether it was Malos or someone else, either way. Clearly, they're all toast.
Mithra.
Laura.
It's okay. Mother could have run away somewhere safe.
So I don't know if I ever actually mention it. Obviously, this is probably taking away from the kind of quiet moment that's supposed to be, but... I hope it's not just me, but does anyone else notice, like, how the color of the models sometimes leaks out of their outline in cutscenes? Like, you just see a haze, like, a haze of their, like, skin tone or hair color just leaking outside of their, the lines of their outline. Oh, what we know about red pollen orbs, probably best to make sure these green barrels are all taken care of. I'm not saying that specific part, that specific quirk of this game is a problem.
I'm something of an expert.
Because not of like, but like Xenoblade 2 in general. It's not. I don't think it's a problem. I just think it's an interesting little thing to notice. Also, in case you might not have noticed, as I've been going around and breaking things and collecting items, Laura's not been saying anything.
Better be good.
Jin still says stuff.
Oh, here's something.
Hay still says things. But Laura's silent. Just taking in the magnitude of what happened here. Laura's speech lines are specifically disabled during this part of the game. Which is not something you really expect, really.
Don't have to tell me twice.
I said
Don't
really
worry.
twice in that sentence, but
Failure
alright.
paves the way to success.
It's just such a nice little detail that I don't know if people would actually notice on their own. Because you kind of don't think about it.
I'm some.
Kind of just going through the motions, really.
Look, fresh graves over here.
This kind soul must have dug them all.
What's wrong?
Should we maybe bury him too?
Huh? Yes, let's.
I made this for her myself. She kept all this time.
Thank you, Jin. I'm alright now, really. Are you sure? If you're trying to put on a brave face, then... It's fine, it's fine. Hey guys, do you think we could go back to the village again? Did you notice something? No, nothing like that. I was just thinking maybe we should bring back something to offer the rest of the graves, besides Mother's. They were all burnt to ashes. Is there really any point? Really? We didn't find anything last time. Alright, we can all look together. It helps give you closure. Torgoth Cemetery.
I'm something of an expert.
Around here is roughly where the farmland would have been. Farmland and the Torgoth relay base. As an aside. Oh, and I didn't notice the fact that Laura doesn't say anything. Myself, I realized it after it was pointed out at one point.
Can we use this? Surround them!
Ardanian troops? Imperial Guard?
Thieving scum! Don't think you're gonna get away with your dirty deeds.
What? No! We just... Problem, Captain?
Lady Bridget. They're brigands. Same ones who attacked the village, perhaps.
Drivers and blades. Mercenaries?
So that's Bridget.
Captain, I shall deal with these individuals. Emperor Hugo must be briefed.
Yes, ma'am. You lot, stay here and assist the Lady Bridget. Son!
Here we go. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Heads up, people!
Fighting off against Bridget and a couple of Ardanian guards. Hitting an enemy with a special begins a blade combo. A blade combo consists of 3 stages, and finishing it requires you to move through them in order. The first, second, and third stages of a blade combo require you to hit the enemy with a special that's at least level 1, 2, and 3 respectively to link them up. You can also link up other teams' specials. When a team can use a special, a combo request will appear on the screen and for you to give the order. Think carefully. You can continue a blade combo all the way to stage 3 with specials of any element as long as you keep to the level requirements, but there are some fixed routes. These critical routes number 16 in total, and they're composed of a particular sequence of elements. For example, one such route is fire, fire, and light. A finished critical route will trigger a special animation and cause extra damage, so be on the lookout for the 15 other special element routes. As you can see from our attacks, Bridget has 2 element orbs. corresponding to the two things we actually ended up hitting her with. Bam!
I can still improve. I have to.
I guess there might be things I don't know yet.
I need to wrap this up before Lord Hugo arrives.
Soldier, remember me. I'm pretty sure it was "Don't forget me."
Not done with you.
Ugh, come on! That was a pretty cheap trick. Keep going like that, you'll get a reputation.
Cheap, you say? Don't be absurd. It's called tactics, look it up. But perhaps that's something a simpleton like yourself could never hope to comprehend.
A simpleton?
Your attacks scream it. Clumsy, heavy, no refinement.
I was gonna go easy on you, but now you have pissed me off!
Mithra! Stop! We've got children here!
What was that? If that had actually hit me,
Oh, didn't like that, did you? I can see it on your face. Well, on that note,
Mithra!
Haze! Understood.
what? How? Is this you? What the hell? She's our enemy.
Adam plainly ordered you to stop. Or didn't you hear him? Simpleton. How extraordinary. I'd heard of a blade with the power to restrain others, but I never thought... And did she say Adam? It can't be.
All of you, lay down your arms. There is no need for this.
Hello?
It's good to see you again, Prince Adam. Please forgive the actions of my guards.
Don't you worry about it. I am just glad to see you well, Your Imperial Majesty.
Imperial Majesty?
May I introduce? The Emperor of Mor Ardain, Hugo Ardenach.
The Ardanian Emperor? What's someone of his station doing out here?
You know, our stations are fairly similar.
Not that you'd ever know.
Thanks, I try.
I've come for the Aegis. Its actions have been felt in Mor Ardain as well. We're currently chasing it down.
The same as us, then. But coming here yourself.
My brother is ruling in my absence.
I see. And so you brought Brigid and Aegeon.
Huh?
Those two are the crown jewels of the Ardanian forces. Wielding them on the front lines is the duty of he who has the throne.
Indeed. That ought to have been my older brother.
But he didn't have the potential to become a driver. And now, here you are, bonded with both of them.
The Special Inquisitor is under my brother's direct command.
Oh.
Should I fall in battle, he has his orders to retrieve the core crystals.
That sounds cold.
That's how it goes with matters of state.
And yet, it works out well for me. I have always wanted to put myself on the line for our people. And I never enjoyed wielding authority in the first place.
I feel the same way. I don't get why anyone would want to sit on a throne.
Yes, that. If Prince Zetar knew, there would be consequences.
Let's pretend you didn't hear me say that.
You two will never see eye to eye. Better to leave well enough alone.
Ruling is, frankly, it's a scary thought. Just imagine becoming someone you don't recognize. Never knowing who's looking back at you in the mirror.
Prince Adam, I'd be happy if you called me Hugo, like old times.
I will, dear Hugo, but only if you call me Adam in return. Well, it would be beneficial to share our findings, but perhaps elsewhere might be better?
How about your Majesty's flagship?
Indeed.
Flagship.
Is something the matter, Lady Laura?
I'm just not very good in that kind of stuffy environment.
Well, you're not alone there. That's the worst.
Right? I think I'll sit this particular venture out.
Yeah, I'm out too.
Oh, no, you don't.
Wait a minute. Is that her?
Yes, this is Mithra, one of the Aegises. Your account would be valuable as well, Laura.
Everything I've seen or heard, Jin will know as well.
Yes, that's true.
Please? Would you go instead of me, please?
Of course. I will do as you wish.
Thank you kindly. Well then, shall we?
Well then, my friends, shall I make a move? Your Majesty, this may not be my position to say, but would it not be wise to first investigate the location we spoke of? Ah, yes, you do raise a valid point. Aegeon, please consider His Majesty's feelings. He wishes for quality time to spend with his dear friend, Prince Adam. I'm honoured that you think of me so highly. But I think this decision is best left to Hugo. What do you say? Would that be getting in the way of your mission? No, not in the slightest. In fact, I believe you are just as much involved in this whole affair as us. What with your travelling alongside the Aegis, that much is clear. So this mission of yours has something to do with Malos? Exactly so. Aegeon, would you? Of course. By official decree, allow me to formally disclose to you the nature of our mission. On the surface, we have travelled here to work on diffusing diplomatic tensions between the Empire and Sia. But at the same time, there is another matter we are investigating. And that, I presume, is Malos. So, what are you going to do? Take him down? Capture him? At the present time, neither. It is His Majesty's His Majesty's wish to ascertain the intent of this Malos, and indeed anyone who wishes to our Empire harm. Then, I assume new intelligence has come to light? The Fourth Decade reported in just as you were on your way to Torragoth. They discovered an area of land that had been scorched black by some colossal power. I don't think Adam's going to want to ignore that one. You read my mind. Hugo, as much as I enjoy reminiscing out on the Cloud Sea, I quite like to enjoy some more of the scenery first. Of course. If you like, we can take a side trip before we return to the ship. Laura, is this wise? I still want to decorate the grave, so I'll wait for you in the village. Everything will be fine. Hayes is with me after all. And that's right. Please, take as much time as you need. Alright. Maybe it's for the best that she doesn't get to see the extent of Malice's devastation. Blah, words. So you say the Fourth Decade found traces of the Malice's destruction, and that would be where? It would appear to be at Valfram Hill, heading inland from It would appear to be at Valfram Hill, heading inland from Ordia Great Plains. But I'm afraid I've received no further information. We have no recourse but to go and examine the area ourselves. From here, it's probably even closer than the harbour. Indeed, then that is where I must go. Perhaps you can entertain us with tales of your adventures as we make our way, Adam. Power unimaginable.
We'd be more than happy to assist.
Ah, there we go. So now now we only have him in the party, but now we also have Hugo with Bridget and Aegeon. And Adam, who we can now actually change the party. You've got the ability to change party order. To do so, go to main menu, characters, and press X and choose which team you want to control. The team in position 1 will be under your direct control. Every team has its own style of doing battle, so feel free to experiment with them until you've found the one that best suits your preference. Additionally, you can press ZL, outside of battle, to change which team you control directly. It's a rather useful feature, so feel free to play around with it. Just one more note about level 4 specials. The technique for Driver and Blade sharing one weapon is a unique innovation by Laura and her companions. Therefore, if you're controlling a team other than Laura's, you won't be able to use level 4 specials in battle. But who knows? As the adventure continues, Adam and Hugo might pick up this skill too one day. Until then, do your best working with what you've got. I honestly can't stand those sorts of environments. Would you mind going to another place, Jim? If you asked me to go practically anywhere else, I'd be fine. But that ship? No way. Alright then, I suppose we best get on the move. Let's play a bit with these guys. First, let's talk about Hugo. He starts with a whole lot of WP for you to sink your teeth into. And he starts with Shield Bash, which is a physical one target art that topples the enemy. So we actually have a second topple art. Rear Guard Shift, which basically gives him his shield, which is his shield art, and restores 6% of his HP. And Round Cutter, which increases his aggro. And of course he has Imperial Tether. When his HP is at 30% or higher, you can reduce it by 25. You can reduce... Oh, night, Mikoto. Are you still there, Laurel? You can reduce his own HP by 25% to draw all enemy aggro for 15 seconds. So basically, he's got a taunt art.
The culmination of years of sovereignty.
And of course, he has a reference to Morag with his culmination of years of joke.
With this power, the way is clear.
As for his affinity chart, initiative, which I will be taking at the start.
Always learning.
Because that's what I need. And increasing his maximum HP is another thing I'm going to be wanting. Because he is a face tank. Yay! Just being a bit quiet because you're a little tired, I guess. Nah? So yeah, Arts Relay is what we're going to be looking for next.
Work hard enough, and our efforts won't be in vain.
As for him, he starts with the Seismic Sword, which increases his block rate by 5%. I'm going to give him wolf shoes. I guess the Nopon mask will probably be kind of helpful. Now let's take a look at Bridget and Aegeon. They also start off with a bunch. Bridget has Heat Haze, which increases aggro. Will-o'-the-Wisp, which is damage dealt to launched enemies, and Swirling Dragon, increases damage dealt by 100% when the HP is 30% or less. So basically they are still her regular arts, and her Confining Flame, when she's at really low HP, basically we get a firestorm down at the bottom of the. We basically get to place a fire trap, essentially, like some of the enemies, like that level 100 Gladiator Orion did. I'm gonna give a Heat Haze.
Or have I become stronger?
And Swirling Dragon.
Strength can't be earned through sheer force.
I also do Will-o'-the-Wisp because that's actually kind of useful, and then I'll also go for another Heat Haze. Now, what's her rearguard arts? Crucible, which is just an ether attack. Dance of Flame, which is another attack that increases aggro. And her final one is another attack which lowers enemies' physical defense. She has a lot of attacks. She doesn't have a single support. She's all about aggro. And Leaping Blaze, a switch art, inflicts break. Unexpected, but alright. As for Aegeon, Be Calm, which nullifies one reaction. Water Spout. Deals damage dealt by 100% when HP is 90% or higher. And Quicksilver erects a barrier that absorbs a fixed amount of damage. And then we've got Rushing Tide, which is a launch art and also evades enemy attacks. As for his regular one, his talent art is Counter Wave. When an ally is incapacitated, for 30 seconds, launch powerful counterattacks each time you evade. So Midnight Mist increases damage dealt to enemies targeted and used by 50%. Breaking Wave, evade attacks. And Water Moon increases aggro drawn by arts and specials.
My technique has improved. My technique has improved. I grow ever more polished.
So basically this allows you to move and actually get to enemies. As for their affinity charts, Aegeon has Cascade Smash, which increases damage dealt to toppled enemies. Roiling Tide, which adds 60% chance of dealing a guard annulling attack. And 100-Year Wave increases damage dealt to enemies targeted user by 60%. And his skills are, I believe, exactly the same as before, just a little weaker. Serene Heart, evade enemy attacks for 10 seconds after reaching max affinity. And apparently, you can keep breaking the affinity line and keep getting it back to reapply that 10 seconds. Like Water, improves evasion by 20% while moving. Actually, kind of helpful with his it goes all the way to 60%, which is actually kind of helpful with his talent art, allowing you to go over and help an ally while still attacking them. So that's actually not too bad. And Enlightenment improves evasion by 20% when HP is 30% or lower. Again, when he's low on health, you'll be doing a lot more dodging. He has Ichthyology, Command Water, and Super Strength. As for Bridget, she only has 2 skills for some reason. Lockpicking and Botany. She's no longer interested in minerals, but botany. At least she was interested in botany in the past, and then when she was reawakened in the present, she gained an affinity for minerals. Dancing Flames, which is 50% chance of evading rain. Firewalker improves evasion by 20%, and Warpire is exactly the same, except you might have noticed that Bridget herself doesn't have an evasion art. So she's stuck having to manually evade stuff to activate this, so it's not quite as good as it is in the base game. But anyway, her arts are Beltane Blade, which increases damage dealt from the front. Twin Serpents increases damage dealt by 100% when HP is 30% or less, so low health one. And Wheel of Penance, which is just an aggro draw. You know, I can take using the scale chip to increase his critical because he's a critical hit machine. Oh. I'll definitely be wanting to add jamming. Compound on her already powerful effect. And I guess give her a sunlight eye. Man, it's already been 2.25. It's already been 1.25 hours. That's kind of nuts.
This takes me back. What have we got here?
Do, 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 do.
This takes me back.
Now I'll use this to startle those soldiers at the dock and knock them flat. Huh? How long have you been there? Oh, you want to know exactly how to knock your enemies flat? Well, it's easy. Just stall them with a fire burster and swipe their legs out from under them. Works a charm. Eh? You don't have a fire burster? Well, I don't know. Then use an art or ether power or something. Anyway, just startle the enemy, throw them off balance, then knock them over. That's all you need to do. I like how basically the idea of topple is that you're just you are just knocking a opponent off balance and then tripping them up.
This takes me back.
In every single game, in Xenoblade 1, 2, and X, that's essentially how break/stagger works. Oh, yeah, it's called stagger in X. It's stagger, topple, and daze, I think is what it is. Oh, so you got your hands full too, Hugo. I hadn't expected you to be pursuing the Aegis independently. We will not allow him to escape our grasp. If he comes to battle, then better to face the Aegis with the sturdiest of blades like Bridget and Aegeon. Yes, you're right. First, we must head to the location that we gleaned from the fourth decade's intelligence. Perhaps something will reveal the forward path. If it Aegis does bar our way, would you assist us in battle, Adam? Believe me, that's always been my intention. My only fear is that we just don't have the capability to stand up to him yet. Well, you better work out where you get some of that capability, and fast. The Aegis seems quite commanding, doesn't she? Tell me about it. And they've also got their own machine tinkering.
I'm a little nervous, to tell you the
Silver
truth.
Seeker, Golden Seeker, Prison Pickaxe, Fragitine, Rock Hard Plaster, Electricite, and Dropicium. So that increases item drop, lower range, battle experience, out of party gauge drain, item discovery rate, and these two enables item collection from silver machines. So here's how we get all that. I'm literally just missing the puzzle tree wood. Oh, I was missing something.
Scent that comes from the heart.
Winter wind perfume. Oh man, lots of things need Lily of the Sunny Valley.
I was so self-absorbed, I almost burnt it to cinders.
Evil Bane perfume.
A cologne to covet.
Angel Sage, Dawn Hydrangea, Dignified Perfume. And of course the Winter Wind perfume, which I can't make yet because I don't have everything needed for it when I can actually get everything needed for it. Ruska Dumpling Soup.
Suit your tastes.
Ruska Veggie Hot Pot. Pickled Purses. Rogo a la Adria Ardaniers. Sweet Stewed Sculpin.
Suit your tastes.
Galmari Sashimi Plate. Deep Fried Torn Fish. And Plain Boiled Crab. He makes refined cuisine. Also, once again, the little like artwork for each of them is great. I particularly like Bridget, who's just holding up perfume bottles. Like, I'm going to mix these together and see what happens. It's great. Yeah, I need to go grab some of that then. I need to go grab some stuff like that puzzle tree wood.
Just gonna randomly look over here.
There it is. We got what I wanted first try by switching to Mithra. Just gonna randomly look here.
May as well just face up
Come on then, you butt. Can you even get down to it? Yes, you can. Stone! Volcano! And down! Twilight Striker, level 2.
One step closer.
Terminal Flash and use of meat item.
Just gonna randomly look over here.
I do not want to run afoul of level 38 monsters yet. I mean, I could run afoul of an X. That's fine.
I hope you're all ready for this.
Looking good.
It's looking good, isn't it? Yeah. Rising up.
Let's break this off.
Put your minds at ease. Yeah.
Just tell me when.
Your name. Yeah.
Pop the thorn.
It's my turn. I'll attack on your mark. This is how it should be. One.
Ah, it didn't work.
Try that for ya.
Much of a challenge. May the next one go as swift.
What do we got here?
But yeah, you can actually like really keep like enemies stunned down just by spamming his just by spamming Transcend.
Let's speed this up. Think
My
again.
friends, put your minds at ease.
Hungry snake.
Look out. Ready to go.
Smash! Hey, we got that Key Affinity Root level 2 rewards already. Nice.
Think of the possibilities.
So I need to fight Dominal Flammy. I need to collect more stuff. And you need to fight Celis Taos. And collect stuff. Wheel of Penance. Beltane Blade. Help an incapacitated ally. And receive a certain amount of total damage. And open some more treasure troves. Simple enough. The Dominal Flammy are also pretty simple. As they're found here.
I won't enjoy
Looking
this.
good.
It's looking good, isn't it? Sounds good.
Let's speed this up.
Slow down.
Let's heal up.
I'm waiting for your go-ahead. What? No blast.
Smash! Oh, Key Affinity Ward level 3! For Jin.
I feel my power surging.
New specials to participate in a day chain attack and deal more critical hits. Use Mithras crafting skill for fortitude. Gee, I wonder why.
I hope you're all ready for this.
Don't go easy on him, Adam.
She has a don't go easy on him line. Nice.
Riding high. How about this?
Put your minds at ease.
Now we can let our true colors shine.
Diver combo complete. Wide open. Waiting for your go-ahead.
Ray of punishment.
According to the locals, the horrors come out at night here.
You mean ghosts?
Absolute domination. What do you have for us? Doc, they call me. You're a good damn adventurer, but I also have a scholarly interest in the links between ether and titans. Do you not know anything about this atmospheric disturbance called the ether miasma? There's been a few of these ether miasmas popping up around Gormat lately. Only little ones, mind. I was going to go and have a look myself, but I got set upon by monsters before I could get very far. To be honest, it's more the intellectual side of adventuring that I'm into. I'm not too great at all the rough stuff. So I just want to give you a lot could help me out. I bet you make light work of the Espinoferus that caused me bother last time. If you'll help me out, I'll let you really get stuck into ether miasma related research, you see. Well, I'll leave it up to you. You look like you can handle it. Doc, the miasma slayer.
May I offer my assistance?
One more dominal for me. Well, there's a noble Aspar.
And here I thought we were being inconspicuous.
Break! Looking good.
Looking good, isn't it?
Let's speed this up.
Heal while there's time.
I'm fine.
It's my turn. Waiting for your go-ahead. Lucky break. Complete.
Oh, it gets
Your
better.
Majesty.
Someone's pleased to see us.
Alright, Rogel. I'll take you on.
Let's speed this up. Look out. With you there.
My thanks. Indeed. Catch.
It's my turn. Come, play.
Attack on your mark.
Take this.
My turn.
Wide open.
Bam.
Make such a wonderful team, you and I.
Don't be. I'm about as nimble as you are, royal.
I'll drink to that.
What have we got here?
As you are, royal. What was it I was even looking for? I have completely forgotten what I needed to make that. Oh, right, puzzle tree wood. I believe I can find that
Right. Where should we
around
head to
here. Believe there's a lot of it around. I believe I can find puzzle tree wood in the tree spots over this way.
What have we got here?
Speaking of it, there it is right there.
This takes me back. That was a nice change of pace.
All right, remember when we were here again?
Shall we get started?
Let's make a golden seeker. Or silver seeker, sorry, not a golden one.
My cooking will make you howl for more. It tastes better than it looks. Probably.
I will challenge myself today.
A scent that comes from the heart.
I'm a little nervous, to tell you the truth.
Time to get cooking.
Time to roll up the old
A firmament ring.
Behold!
There we go, just what we needed. That Aspar snake meat was exactly what we needed for that,
Don't
apparently.
spoil your appetite before I'm done.
I don't know why, but yeah, it was.
Now, let me see.
A seeker is an item which Hugo can craft. With it, you'll be able to investigate the old machines strewn around the world and obtain new kinds of collectibles. There are two different kinds of seeker, and each lets you investigate a different kind of machine. It's worth getting both, then gathering all the collectibles you can.
Half the battle is living to fight another day.
That belongs in the trash heap. Yep. His fortitude skill goes up by watching Mithra cook.
What have we got here?
Honestly, I don't exactly blame him considering what she ends up making half the time, but it's still funny.
Indeed. Let us band together. It's looking good, isn't it? What?
Stay back. Let's speed this up.
My friends, put your hands together. Lucky break.
Elemental attack.
Oh, wow, yeah. I don't know if you actually noticed that, but her level 3 special is looks exactly the same to
This takes me back.
Blazing End, I believe. Pyra's level 3 special. In fact, so that's kind of a cool little tidbit for the future.
What have we got here?
Anyway, I think right there we have
This takes me back.
some more collectibles.
And here I thought we were making
Looking good.
It's looking good, isn't it? What?
Stay back.
My friends, put your hands together.
What an incredible feeling.
I shall use this power for the glory of Mordain. Just don't let up. I would expect nothing less of us.
What have we got here? Someone's pleased to see us.
Well, the Tao's decided to come to us. Level 18 this time. These guys got like really strong in 500 years. And yes, I'm not too surprised. Like, they're the biggest things here, so I don't think there's going to be much. And he's down.
Aegis coming right up.
I can't afford to fall behind.
Cooking is naturally learned by doing.
This takes me back. Someone's pleased to see us.
Alright then, Volves, come at me.
Healing regularly is the key to ensuring
It's looking good, isn't it? My thanks. My thanks.
Just tell me when.
Riding high.
submit. You're wide open. My preparations are complete.
Ready to go.
Da, 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 da. Oh man, I just realized how tiny that Volf was. That was so small.
I need to learn more.
I'll have to show this off for Lady Laura.
Oh, I didn't get a shot of Power of Light. Oh well.
This takes me back.
So we get some Ferris breast meat from that one.
You're mine
Blah
now.
blah blah. I can words today. Oh, of course there is these ones. Actually, speaking of, let's get into a bit of a... Let's go with Hugo a little bit. So we've only just started with him. Now, I don't know if you've actually noticed, but we've got every element on our team except Dark and 2 Flames. Right, yeah, it's Y that starts, isn't it? Ah, there's one over this way.
I've always wanted to
I'm
do
something
this.
of an expert.
I always wanted to do this. Hugo's awesome.
It's all so very...
Clear to you now? Good.
They've spotted us.
Here comes the piano solo! I don't know.
Isn't this fun?
Yeah, with a much more like focused down cast, they tend to
Nature makes
focus.
a fine ally.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna mild spoilers, but Egeon doesn't get a whole lot of development in this. Like, we don't really get to learn too much about him. He's kind of just the serious. He's basically just kind of the straight man to everyone else's like quirky personalities. He's just kind of the big serious one. Kind of sad, because I would have loved to have learned a bit more about him. At least from what little I remember of this, to be honest. I might be way off the mark. He might get more development than I remember.
A welcome invitation. I stand ready to face all comers. Reinforcements have arrived. Guard yourself. My friend, ready to go. Mind at ease.
Great! Let's speed this up! How about
I shall continue to rely on you.
spinning wheel? There we go! Lady Laura, watch this!
Submit.
I know what must be done. Acknowledge.
You take this!
I was hoping you'd say that.
Best of luck! All your good work! I'll give you a ready to go! Let me make this up!
There we go. Got his key affinity reward level 2.
Isn't this fun?
I'm something of it.
Impulsive collectible. Impulsive collectible. Collecting.
This one.
Took care of the Espina Ferris, did you? Oh really? No fibbing? I'll be able to get on with my important research into the ether miasmas now. My hypothesis is that the miasma is an exhaust gas emitted by titans. A titan's fart, I suppose you could call it. I mean, it's not such a wacky idea. Any fool knows that a titan's main source of energy is ether. I have an idea that if we fix the ether flows, we might improve the health of titans and disperse the miasmas. And of course, I've quite a bit of work to do before I prove it conclusively. You can't get by on guesses in science. You mean one of you lot knows how to control ether flows? Well, I never. You could probably shut off an ether miasma no problem, right? No way, I don't believe it. Looks like my hypothesis is correct after all. I'll have quite a bit of work to do to gather up all the evidence now, mind. Thank you so much. You've done a lot to advance the cause of the science. Community gained!
Thanks for that.
I fast forwarded through that. My research on ether miasmas continues apace, thanks to your contribution. After that, my next project will be on a blaze that can control ether, I believe. Doc, the Miasma Slayer, complete! And we get the bonnet stuffed peppers and a fluffy hat. Let's see what we can make with our new collection.
I know it'll be worth the wait.
Bonnet stuffed peppers is one of them.
Shall we get started?
None of these, but I'm pretty sure I can make something of yours. Nope.
I know it'll be worth the wait.
This one I'm quite proud of.
Wait till you see what I can make.
Was it actually something in Mithras? No, it wasn't.
Excited.
Mithra got Key Affinity level 3.
It would seem I have much left to learn.
Looks like you're getting the hang of me.
Use special to say in a chain attack. Overkill a monster in a chain attack. Wow, they really want me to do a lot of stuff with this, don't they? Use Mithra's favorite pouch item. Bonnet stuffed peppers. I'm not going to need Power of Light level 2 for a while, I think, so I can at least wait. I know I'm going to need Swift Swordplay level 2 at some point, but...
Isn't this fun? Isn't this fun? They've spotted us.
I am lazy. I want to get on with the story at the moment, so I'm going to ignore you. And then immediately change the order of your arts.
I shall aim ever higher.
Definitely doing that.
When you've got it, you've got it.
Definitely don't want to update his launch shot. 600, 700, and 800. Close. Very close. I can just hop down here.
Ow, legs.
I love the subdued. Ow, my legs. When compared to like the first games, and like other guttural noises like of pain.
I've always wanted to do this.
Grand Arbor's roots.
I've always wanted
I'm
to do
something
this.
of an expert.
I tremble with excitement.
We got a fabulous hat. Fabulous hat. Don't you know? Oh wow, 45 minutes to under stream. That's kind of nuts. Do do do. Why am I going up here? I don't know, but I'm going up here.
They're confident in their chances. If this is a joke, I am not laughing. I can still fight.
There's no time to delay.
Okay,
But
well,
still,
I was
we
going
need
up
to
there to
use
see if there was a
strategy.
landmark there, but there's
Okay,
not.
you
So
make that mistake twice.
We should beat a
And we're
hasty
done.
retreat.
Break!
We should stay conscious of our energy levels.
Shield flash!
With you then. The winds are out. Just tell me when.
You're safe.
My dynamic
Ready to
Healing
bring
breath. I know our affinity shows.
And that's two Aspars right next to it. No, it wasn't. Okay. I still want this flower patch because it's golden.
Nature makes a fine ally.
Some helpful shepherd's purse. I don't know, I'm just feeling very exuberant today. Well, I did have to re-pre-order Pokemon Brilliant Diamond because old card. So hopefully that comes in time for stream next week. If not, well, it's more Pokemon Snap. So
Reinforcements have arrived. Guard yourselves.
tell me, did you finally found the uninhabited Titan? That's right, made it there without a scratch. The map, the bard song, the old legend, it was all true. Bah, I wish you could have had that. Wish you could have had some fun after you bonded with me. No fair. Of course, back then I had no idea I'd be the driver of the Aegis someday. Not a clue. I also had no idea I'd end up with a blade who was so hungry for experience. I mean, I prefer it when you have something interesting to say. I choose to take that as a compliment. Well, sure, it was hardly boring discovering that legendary uninhabited Titan. The natives gave us a fair chase. Natives? I thought you said it was uninhabited. Well, to be precise, we didn't meet any humans there. Just some monsters of the Arachno, Antol, and Skeeter variety. Cool. And they were pretty huge specimens, too. They must have looked like extra tender appetizers to them. There were quite a lot of them. There were really quite a lot of them. We were lucky to get off the Titan in one piece. Ah, fine recompense for an adventurous heart. So your plans to build a holiday villa there came to nothing. It's more than a little tragic. Well, I mean, that wasn't the primary aim. Perhaps I didn't get a material reward, but I certainly got a spiritual reward. Things didn't quite work out so well for my playmates, though. How so? It was a kind of paradise for insects, but I heard later it was laid waste by someone or other. The ways of humans are often cruel. What's done is done. It was a time of war and they had to find a place for some refugees. But the monsters couldn't have grasped that. They probably just saw arrogant humans wrecking their home. Ah, the telling of it falls hard upon my ears. Your Majesty, forgive my interruption, but this appears to be the location mentioned in the report. Ah, so we're here already. The journey passes blinking of an eye, thanks to Adam's enchanting tales. If your servant's humble recounting was able to relieve your imperial tedium, truly the most blessed of men am I. Oh, I do wish you'd cut it out, Adam. I am not your better, and you should know that. I wouldn't be so sure of that, Hugo, old friend. Now then, Mithra, I'd really like to get your opinion on this, as the Aegis. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this isn't Malice's handiwork. How did you come to that conclusion, Mithra? Malice's attacks would have melted the earth and turned it to glass. Whatever did this only scorch the grass? It can't have been such a high temperature. That's a very wise deduction. We're lucky to have you for an ally. I offer my apologies to you all for leading you to this disappointing conclusion. Nay, Aegeon, we could not have known without further investigation. With each possibility we discard, we move all the closer to our goal. Everyone, look there. It's a big one. Indeed, we cannot let it run right. Just think of the damage it could do to if we got to Lasham Cove or a settlement. Everyone, get to it!
They've spotted us.
I mean, I don't think you'd mind a little bit more Pokemon, would you? Laurel, you wouldn't mind a little more Pokemon Snap.
Speed this up.
You saved me. Now use it. Put your minds at ease.
Ready to go.
You saved me. My thanks. Submit.
Stay there.
Aqua Top.
Adam, get back. I'll show you something good.
Charge.
I feel good. You're wide open. Midnight Mist.
I'll give you a hand.
You are the greatest companion I could wish for.
I can still improve. I have to.
Down. I mean, I don't think I'll be able to finish everything, but at least be able to get to the ice area. A fine spewing monster. It's a good thing we had a Geon on hand. Perhaps it is bold of me to say, but I've dealt with worse. Well, it seems safe to assume that this was the cause of the burn marks. Now, I never have dreamed that such a foul fiend could have lain in wait so close to Torgoth. Maybe it was driven out of its original home in a territorial dispute. I've heard that happens from time to time. Yeah, maybe, or more likely, some humans stole or smashed its home up. We call them monsters, but to them, we're the monsters. Indeed, it must be thus. The day shall dawn when man's exploitation of the Titans will bring us all to ruin. Perhaps that dawn is already upon us. Speaking of exploitation...
Interesting thing you've got there.
Malice enough.
It's all right. Indal's most sacred treasure, the Aegis. It is said to be the embodiment of the Architect's light, the divine revelations our founder Maldonare received.
Really? Then... that's what I will be called too. After all, I am born of divinity, not just some reflection.
You believe yourself so strong?
Your situation doesn't look good. Boltrick is not going to let it go. And you can't hide behind the Praetor forever.
That has nothing to do with you.
If that were true, you wouldn't be here. Here.
What is this place?
It's a very tasty secret, formerly known only to the Praetor and me. The essence of our Judician forebears, originally salvaged from the bottom of the Cloud Sea. Some of it may hail from the fabled land of Moritha.
Moritha?
Look. This here display is a diagram of what human cells are made of. And then this one here is a blade's.
Astonishingly alike.
Of course. After all, they are descended from humans too. That in and of itself isn't too shocking. But this...
It's the same, isn't it?
Just wait.
That's a core crystal.
Exactly. A blade's core crystal contains information not only pertaining to humans, it also records schematics describing all manner of animal tissues.
You're saying blades contain detailed information of all living creatures?
Not just that. Have a look at this undeveloped part. That is from a titan. It suggests that this particular piece may one day develop into a titan. Isn't it mind-boggling? A message from the architect, no doubt.
From the architect?
Indeed. This is just what you were after. I wish to investigate this and learn more of what the architect has in store for this world, and perhaps claim this knowledge for our own.
Including the Praetor?
Perhaps. Isn't this in line with your own goals? Well then, I may as well help out.
I believe that concludes my mission. Shall we head to the flagship? Fine by me. It's a good place for us to exchange information. It's currently moored at Lasham Cove. Then to Lasham Cove we go. Power unimaginable.
Great. Another problem solved.
Okay, let's see if that makes it any easier to hear the voices in the cutscenes.
Isn't this fun? I've always wanted to do this.
I love it. I love Hugo's like entire thing of like He was very sheltered, so he always wanted to go around finding bugs and picking up items, just picking up stuff off the ground, but he was never allowed to, so he's having the time of his life now. It's such a nice little bit. Oh, that's just a regular old Tails.
Isn't this fun? Isn't this fun? Isn't this fun?
Huh, there's a massive ship over at the port. Ah yes, that'll be the Ardanian flagship. You're kidding, that's yours? Makes sense. You want to make a show of your nation? Sorry. Makes sense. You want to make a show of your nation's might. Do it with a big boat. Why don't we all board? It'd be a shame to leave some of us waiting outside. Oh, no need really. I'm terrible with stuffy environments. All that noble food doesn't sit well with me. We can have the cooks recreate some of your country's cuisine, if it please you. I appreciate the sentiment, Hugo, but I'll pass. Come on, Hayes. Right here, Lady Laura. She's not going to get used to it anytime soon with that attitude. Party formation changed once again.
I've always wanted to do this.
Oh, here we go.
Right. So it was the Cian forces that ravaged this area.
Yes. Many troops remained here with no orders after Malos sank their homeland. We're doing our best to disarm them, but... well, you've seen the village. Sadly, it's happened more than once.
The powers that be bicker among themselves, ignoring the larger danger.
And right now, that is the one thing we cannot afford.
I will go take a look.
Incidentally, how has Torna been faring?
I'd like to tell you that the people bask in the peace of His Majesty's rule. But I'm afraid that would be a lie.
Same as everywhere else then, yes?
Torna has not escaped Malos's rampage unscathed.
If that is so, allow me to offer you the Imperial Army's assistance in this time of...
Don't worry about it. This is exactly the reason why Indol entrusted her to me.
Ah, so you came. The future king of Torna. I'm glad I thought to send a messenger.
King, don't joke about it. Rumors like that could cause trouble at home.
I am merely a quester. I hold no such influence.
I quest it today, but tomorrow?
The core's color is different. And she's a woman, too. Quite lovely indeed. Malos was all brawn and brutish strength.
You worry?
No, quite the contrary. Everybody knows a blade's appearance bears no relation to their power. You could be the heroine of our resistance.
No, I won't be anyone's anything.
That's fine now. I have only one thing to ask of you. To rectify the mistake I made and erase Malos from the face of the world.
So that's why the returning hero, pacifier of the Borderlands, was really just...
Never before has a blade broken free and rampaged like this. I can see why Indal would prefer to keep it quiet. They're even routing support to the militia through Argentum for deniability.
And then towards you.
I'm just some princeling. Me.
Surely, if you defeat Malos, your cover will be blown.
If indeed. But we're not in it for the glory, are we? When we're done, I'll just plow my fields in peace.
Your Majesty, some of our troops have returned to base, but...
Is something wrong?
They're all reporting something strange. A marauding group of routed mercenaries, trying to avoid any attention.
Just remnants, hmm? That is strange. There's not much around here for them, in the way of paid work or opportunities for looting.
As your Majesty commanded, our men did not engage. We confirmed their bearing, then withdrew.
And? Where were they going?
The village outskirts.
But why there? There's nothing but graveyards.
What the?
Oh no.
Nothing but graveyards.
At first, I thought to take it. But I'd made it for her, and I'd like her to keep it forever.
So, the bitch is dead, is she? Shame. I had a soft spot for her. Ha! Guess you learned how to use a weapon at least. Big change from a tiny kid trying not to piss herself in fear.
You're... No! God.
You remember me? How touching.
A face that ugly, I couldn't forget. Trust me, I tried.
Harsh.
What do you want? Not that I can't imagine.
I'm here to take back what's mine, kid. But before that, I'll take a bit of time to express my gratitude to you. It ain't gonna be pretty or quick. Then I'll make that blade watch as I cut you into little sticky chunks, just to make sure the last thing he feels is complete despair.
I'll hold them up. You get to the others quickly.
No use. Hayes, he knew about you. He brought no blades, just more mercs.
Exactly. Don't worry. I'm gonna treat you real good before I get to the cutting.
Showtime!
Heads up, people.
You're not so tough.
We can do it.
Here we go.
Fantastic.
Here comes the birdie.
You're dead,
Here comes the birdie.
Right on target.
Hey now!
Here comes the birdie.
Right on target. Come on.
Your best scout. Paying you, Darrow.
escorts down. Just insufferable Ulysses. Insufferable. That's a suffix, isn't it?
We have to move ever forward.
Think again, girlie. You're starting to piss me off. Oi! Surround them so they don't get away.
My lady, you have to go.
It's all right. He's here.
You bastard! No! Ah! Ah! No!
Find the main characters in this picture.
Had enough. What's next then? Right leg? Or the left? Or how about...
Enough. That's enough, Jin. Just leave him. For my sake.
So you let him go? Even without his arms, he may cause you more trouble one day.
I didn't want to end it here. He might deserve it, but he did take care of my mother, so... Let's go back. I suppose I can bring myself to step foot on this flagship after all.
Ah! My arms! My arms! Bastards! I'm gonna kill them! Every last one of them! Ah! Huh? The hell are you? Ah! Stop it!
I'm impressed he managed to get up without when he was missing both arms, if I'm honest. Whole team's back.
This is becoming addictive. Aren't we
I'm
intrepid?
something of an expert.
This is becoming addictive.
Nature makes... intrepid. Nature. Aren't we intrepid? This is becoming addictive.
Yeah, botany counts for the agronomy points too, I see.
The suspense is killing me.
Oh yeah, we still don't have mining.
You can't rush these things.
I guess that's for whoever Adam's final party member is, because he's the only one without two blades.
This is becoming addictive. This is becoming addictive. Nature makes a...
So if you kind of want to get an idea as to how the geography of this area kind of matches up with present day, I think most of this area actually gets elongated. Like,
I'm something of an expert.
a lot of it, I believe, gets kind of cracked and elongated as the Titan ages. So I think this entire area that we've got up here is where the farm is going to be in the future. I think. Or at least this area is like the top half of it. Whereas when you go down there... No. Yes? No? Basically, the geography of the area kind of changes up a bit as the years pass. But this is essentially around where the farm / the back end of Tornagoth is.
Intrepid?
Roughly. Because obviously there ends up being that huge crevice.
Aren't we intrepid? Aren't we intrepid?
I'm really not so keen on boarding that flagship. Relax, I don't think it'll be as uptight on there as you expect. You think? Well, if you say so. Just beware of you know who. Who? Oh, a certain snob who's always giving me the stink eye because I'm not acting with proper decorum. Ah, right. I can definitely see Bridget being strict on etiquette. Yeah, I'm not so hot on all that stuff, so I tread carefully. That sounds about right for Bridget, really. Not wanting any...
Let's get down to business.
Traveler's charm.
Pretty good, all things considered.
I know it'll be worth the wait.
This one I'm quite proud of.
So yeah, I need to get a Lily of the Sunny Valley for that.
Wait till you see what I can make.
Man, a lot of these require Lily of the Sunny Valleys, I notice. Man, you really need a lot of lilies, don't you?
Kinda excited.
Shall we get started?
Let's see. What aroma do I desire?
I will challenge myself today.
addictive.
I guess I'm just gonna have to run over there again. Great.
This is becoming addictive.
By the way, were you getting echo on the actual stream bit earlier?
Good stuff.
Kind of curious, like, were you getting echo with, like... because I noticed the mic was picking up the game sounds a little bit. Wow. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be up here. Not supposed to be up here at all. I'm getting out of here. Ah, okay. So I guess it wasn't. It wasn't coming through. Well, I turned down the.
I think we
Darn it.
really put my foot in it.
I've turned down the volume on my TV anyway a little bit so as to.
We can take them on a bit later. This is becoming
We'll avenge
addictive.
ourselves next time.
The suspense is killing me.
So as to not, just to make sure, basically.
This is becoming addictive.
Insects? Apparently a cobra is an insect according to the game. To be fair, it might be in this world.
Aren't we intrepid?
There's a lot of quests here now.
Pleasant stroll. Even on familiar ground, we must stay vigilant.
I don't know why Adam suddenly switched into the lead, but alright. Well, here we are. Welcome aboard, my honoured guests. It's funny, I was expecting it to be all glitz and glamour, halls of gold, diamond chandeliers and all that. But there's nothing like that here. I like this much better. It all depends on the country. Some of the nobility likes to travel in style, and believe me, they don't go halfway. Moradin, on the other hand, is a military state. They take a more pragmatic approach. Just as their emperor must be a masterful driver, so too must their diplomatic vessels be armed for war. That is the Ardanian way. So long as its mission is not covert one, every flagship under my command must be a throne I can ascend. And if the leader is the first to fall, then what? Jin! It's alright, Laura. He makes a valid point. That is precisely why Aegeon and Bridget, the jewels of the Empire, have been bestowed upon me. Your Majesty. We will do everything in our power to protect you, Your Majesty, even at the cost of our lives. I am blessed to have such loyal companions. Your Majesty, we have urgent news. His Majesty is currently entertaining guests. He would entreat you not to incur his displeasure. My humble apologies, Your Majesty. It's alright. I trust this news is of special importance. Please, give us your tidings. Of course, Your Majesty. As you know, we've applied stricter regulations to our scout patrols in the light of recent tragedy at Torgoth. Well, one of our patrols happened upon a young Gormari near our camp and siege fell, with little struck of him. So, you think that he might be a survivor? Oh, we believe so. We can send out further patrols immediately, if His Majesty assents. I see. I'm sorry we had to keep you waiting. Please go ahead. Yes, Your Majesty. I would like for our country to shelter as many refugees as falls within our means. I do hope he can be found quickly. Wait, we should go with them. What for? The army's not exactly short-staffed. He's just a kid. He'll be scared witless of the soldiers. Of course he's going to run away. Laura's got a point. Very well, let's head out. We would do well to make haste before he strays so further afield. Thanks, guys. Such a bunch of do-gooders. It's going to run us in trouble someday. Where's the boy gone?
Don't you worry.
Alright, so we've got a lot of we've got a lot of things around. Quite a lot of quests in general. So, next time we'll sort that out. As for what I'm going to do for the last... if there's any questions you want to ask me while I do this, please feel free to. Because I'm going to go and get some more Lily of the Sunny Valleys, because you need a lot of those things.
What have we got here? This takes me back. This takes me back. What have we got here?
There's one I got the one from last time. See if I can't find any more flower collection points with them. That'd be great.
What have we got here? This takes me back.
Nature makes a...
What have we got here? What have we got here?
A Dharma cricket.
What have we got here? This takes me back. This takes me back.
Okay, fair enough. I guess it's fair enough that you wouldn't have many questions, since you basically just feel free because you generally ask them either way. Fair enough.
This takes me back.
Let's have a look at what I can actually make.
What have we got here?
Oh, we have a new
This takes me back.
character here. An angling enthusiast. Hey, you're a bunch of drivers of blades, aren't you? Have you ever come across places you thought you couldn't reach, but paths you couldn't go down? At times like those, I recommend you making use of blades' powers. Drivers are strong, but they have their limits. Working together with blades can open up a bunch of new possibilities. I'm not a driver, of course, but if there was a blade with fishing powers, you better believe I'd want its help. Ha! Your Majesty, by your intention to search for the boy. Be at ease, Aegeon. Aris is presently mired in disorder, and it's the work of the Aegis' might. Nothing can right the balance but the work of another Aegis, alike in power. It pains me to say, but perhaps it's a challenge too great for our nation to face alone. So it really is in the Ardanian national interest if we can act together on this. Precisely. Understood. We'll take point on this one, Aegeon, to ease the burden of majesty a little. Very well. Well then, I suppose we should look lively and make our way down to Siege Fell. Excellent. Let it be so.
Let's get down to business.
Don't spoil your appetite before I'm done.
This one I'm quite proud of. I hope you'll appreciate the embroidery.
Wait till you see what I can make. I think it turned out rather well.
My cooking will make you howl.
I'm a little nervous, to tell you the truth.
A scent that comes from the heart. There, a cologne to covet. There, a cologne to covet.
Allow me to demonstrate my skill.
No, it's beast meat, not breast meat.
A scent that comes from the heart.
Well, I suppose that's everything for today. Thank you all for watching. Saying all actually makes sense in this occasion because Mikoto was here earlier. I will see you all next time for, if next Thursday, if Brilliant Diamond hasn't come by Tuesday, I'll be starting it on Thursday and then just doing it on Tuesdays. If it has, then it'll be back. Then we'll be back. We'll be on this. We'll be doing another part of Torna. Tatty bye.